Hey guys, welcome to the video. We're going to be taking a look at some of the macros we use for Scholar and how it works, how we use it, and some examples. So I guess we'll just start off with something simple, like we're going to have a set of macros here for Scholar, and we got our Scholar with a staff version, so it's basically all our magic attack stuff. While we have a staff equipped, or our dual wielding with 2 clubs. So we're going to switch to that because we are Scholar / Dancer. We actually used like Scholar / Red Mage when we were gearing up or leveling up, whatever. And lately we've just been / Dancer whenever we can because we get more damage with 2 clubs. So we just started off with like a Lockstyle, right? So we're gonna edit our macro for that. Simple stuff, right? We're equip whatever we want to wear and turn our Lockstyle set on and switch our basically our idol or magic attack. It's basically both set with dual wield, and our movement speed boots. And you can also just say Lockstyle set right there, and then Lockstyle on if you want to just equip random stuff. So we're gonna just head over and try some stuff. Obviously, we move. We're gonna just equip our like movement set of stuff, which we'll have. We're gonna add them all in the description, but we just equip set to our move set. Do a spectral jig. We want to have our move set on and sneak around, so we'll be regaining everything. Usually start off with like a sublimation, so we'll equip a couple, whatever we got for sublimation. There's also like the Scholar AF hat, I believe, or relic hat, one of the two. Also adds more sublimation, so you'll lose more hit points but gain more MP, so it's like a faster charge on it. And then we're just going to use sublimation and just head back to our magic attack or idol set. And usually we're entering like sortie or something. We'll do pop sublimation on the outside now, and then we'll cast a re-raise. So we just enlightenment. We got the it's a merit ability. I got enlightenment, and then our fast cast set. And cast re-raise. It should actually just after it does that, go back to idle 2 really. And then I'll just nothing big. Dark arts and addendum black, or just light arts. We never used addendum white because we just usually want to do light arts. And then we'll a session. It's gonna apply our buff to everybody. Duration. If we didn't already have the Empyrean hands, we'd equip them and use the perpetuance for increasing the duration. We'll do that, and we have to wait 2, and back to our idol or magic attack set. And you usually do that with like a regen 141 regen set. Basically, it's has the Empyrean head, and I believe the Embless sash also is the thing. We'll look at it quick, but then regen. If we want to cast it on another player, we got the STPC in case we're like want to stay out of range and then cast it. And what was that, 141? So we just look at a couple of them, right? So our idling magic attack version for Scholar, we got Bunzi rod. It doesn't show it, but we got it to rank 15, right? Where is that sucker? Rank 15 with the Bunzi rod, and then Hachirin equips all +3'd. Hachirin-no-obi Lugh's cape with the it'd be this one, intelligence, magic attack, all that, right? Metamorph Ring, and that's augmented with those stats. Got the Acumen ring because Odin does not want to give us Freke ring for some reason, and we've just been fighting for that. At the Scholar Earring, Malignance Earring, and Ghastly Tathlum also with that. And then we just have the +1 version of this with, you know, rank 18. There it is, Helix effect. But we want to look at one. Oh, and then basically, since we're going through it, Magic Burst version, we're actually keeping all the. Oh, we switch to our Agwu stuff. So Agwu hat, and it should be that legs. I thought we did too. Basically just the hat. I guess I changed only just the hat. And then the Mujin Band. And we got all the equip sets there. Like 41 for regen is okay. So for the regen, we had like our fast cast set, but then we swapped out the Empyrean head because it has the regen potency 25, and the Emblem Sash for just, I guess, the duration of 10% on that. We're going through our macros here. So basically that, you know, Aquaveil, equip our fast cast Aquaveil, switch back, same thing, you know, whatever stuff. Stone Skin, we're gonna equip the fast cast Stone Skin, and it's gonna switch to 14, which is the Stone Skin. It's got like the Earth Cry earring and stuff, and switch back to the idle stuff. Right, 14 had the basically all we're switching out is enhance the Stone Skin effect, Single Sash, Nodin's Gorget, Stone Skin +30, and Earth Cry earring. Just a little more potency on the Stone Skin. So that's basically those we would use. And then we got basically all of them kind of set up the same, where we got a helix on the bottom left. It's going to make our skill chain, and then magic burst our skill chain. If we would need to start off with like a Enlightenment Ebullience, we'll use this. And we actually got a set for impact. I think I got it on 2 actually. Yeah, there it is. We switched to add in some Conserve MP with Parsimony and Alakari with Dark Arts active. And then we're going to cast Impact, so it's going to equip the Crepuscular Cloak +1. So we're able to cast Impact. 143 and 130. I believe that's what it's going to do there. There, it's got the Crepuscular Cloak, Agwu stuff. I see those can be swapped out for the Empyrean, really, right? Oh, it's a fast cast. That's what it is. We got all our fast cast stuff is what we had. Fast cast with the that cloak, and then where did it go to? Impact. There it is. 129's got to be that. Oh, it'd be the impact right with the staff, Martin staff, or impact with our club. Is that actually that? That one should be SWAT 2 now. Actually, Mazenthus and Daybreak. We would actually want to have Bunzi Rod and Daybreak. All right. So continuing through those macros, right? Yeah. Oops, that does that. That's only going to be used for the the C boss in sortie, where we want to go to like light skill, light mode, light arts, and then we'd use like fast cast set, rapture, cure 4, and immediately switch to our magic attack stuff. But it's unique. Use rapture, wait a second, cast the cure, and there's no wait. That way it immediately swaps to the set. Like some of the shorter casting spells we'll look at, like and what we're normally casting, it's like stone 3 or something. We have to switch to our fast cast set, wait a second, start casting stone, and then immediately switch, because if I have the wait here afterwards, it's just too fast, and then we end up casting it with our no magic attack, and it ends up getting resisted, no magic accuracy. It does that, and then it's going to wait till after it casts, and we don't even switch it, and we just cast Stone Skin 2 right afterwards. It's also, they'll both be doing like 10,000 damage, about maybe a little over, a little under. And then we have it in party telling me how many stratagems we have left. All right, so for the Scholar macros, right, we try to get it kind of organized, and I should actually organize it a little better, but basically for all whatever job we're on, we kind of got the same first row set. So we got like a equip whatever regen, idle, and movement speed stuff we have with a warp ring, wait and use the warp ring. Also, if we need to teleport to Hala, we equip that ring and teleport there. XP ring, equip it. Should have another set of them. If we want to equip our sprinter shoes, and then wait, just echoes and tells us, and it's going to use our sprinter shoes. It should actually switch right back to movement, but basically it's just making sure we got our normal magic attack set, and then whatever movement stuff. This naked one, this is just for hitting the blitzer and sortie. It's gonna equip sets with nothing equipped, let us hit it, and it's gonna wait and then switch to our just idle or magic attack type set. And maybe a mount if we want to whip out a mount as we're running around. We just basically that, our trusts, turn trust all, just to get rid of all trusts, and then depending on what we're fighting, like for this would be for the Bodalist, where we want to have Valenero tanking, and we want just a couple bards helping us get the marches and accuracy and everything with the healer. Basically, we're just go XP or something where we got Valenero out. We want some, healing and magic attack bonus. The other one we use is this set with no Valenero, but it's got Star Sybil Sylvie, and we're equipping our fast cast set, so we're able to just wait 4 instead of 6, I believe. And we'll be in sortie. I may just keep whatever's out here and then just manually dismiss Sylvie and call Valenero in to battle like the Deletarius and stuff like that. And we got, so basically all of our sets here, starting from 6, we got like all our stone spells on this, all our water stuff, each row, fire, thunder, arrow, blizzard should be 4, right? All right, so stone example, right? We got our Geo Helix, equip our fast cast set, start casting the Helix 2, wait a second, and it's going to switch to our Helix set, and it'll just tell us how many stratagems we have left, because we may want to start doing some skill chains, right? So then we have like for gravitation, we're to use basically all the skill chain ones. We'll just go through them, but you know, you gotta have dark arts active, and then you use eminence, arrow spell, right? We're just using the tier 1 just because we want to cast them with less MP, and then wait for eminence again, and arrow cast fast enough we don't have to switch to fast cast, so I just put the fast cast before the helix, and then it'll, you know, we're just going to cast it because we ran out of rows with our fast cast stuff on, because we're not worried about damage or anything. We just want the spell to hit, and then it's going to tell us how many stratagems we have and to start casting our magic burst. And then we'll, you know, hit our magic burst macro. It's going to equip our fast cast stuff, start casting stone 5, and wait a second, and it's going to equip our magic attack, our magic burst set, which is basically our same idle set. You know, we got them all in the description, but you know, we swap out like the Agwu hat and the that ring, and then it's gonna, you know, wait till that ends up casting, and then it's gonna automatically equip our fast cast set, wait a second, and then start casting stone 4. It's got like a little delay after you cast the spell to the next spell you can cast, and it's a little longer if you use a weapon skill. And you know, cast stone and switch back to magic burst. So for, you know, gravitation skill chain, we're gonna be having arrow and Nocto Helix, right? Now we want, let's just start up here. For blizzard spells, we couldn't get a distortion. Like for distortion, we'd have to use a Lumino Helix and then stone, but we really want to have a Helix spell in the second cast. That way we get that extra little bit of time to be able to double magic burst. So we're gonna do induration for the ice. So, you know, water and cryo helix. So for, you know, stone, we got the arrow and Nocto Helix. For water, actually this one is messed up. This should be reverberation, it should say. Right there. And it's gonna be a stone and then hydro helix, like that. And you know, and it does a magic burst, same type of thing with that. For fire, we got our liquefaction skill chain, and that's gonna be stone and pyro helix. A lot of times I'll cast this, then I'll just come in the menu here and cast fire 3 right after our helix goes off. I'll cast fire 3, and I'll just wait a second, and then we'll come over here. Like say we got a bunch of TP or something, then we do a shining strike. So it's gonna do a double skill chain, it's gonna do a fusion skill chain, and then we'll hit the fire magic burst. But when we do that, we gotta wait like a second after using a weapon skill. So we usually end up getting just the one magic burst of fire 5. You know, the fire 4 ends up not making it because it doesn't end with the, you know, the extra helix couple seconds that we get. But the shining strike plus skill chain damage is basically like, you know, getting another big magic burst in. Like for the fire, I got it set up with, you know, haste samba. But continuing through, thunder, say we want a fragmentation skill chain, we can do that with the blizzard, and then hydro helix there. And for arrow, same thing, blizzard, hydro helix, same fragmentation. Let's see if we had You can do a fusion, but you don't get to have the, ending with the Helix spell there. So, and basically the same thing. When I switch over to, there's a fusion stone, and well, liquefation's what it is. Fusion stone and fire, same deal. So basically, end up swapping out the second spell for Helix, then you get that extra couple seconds to magic burst. But like for the staff here, I got a second row here for the staff, because usually it'd be, it'd be like sub red mage, so you'd be able to silence something. You could actually have a better silence potency, but that's basically our magic attack accuracy set for a staff. Silence, paralyze, gravity, that type of stuff. But same thing. Re-raise, enlightenment, fast cast set, cast re-raise. And there's, I guess, basically all the skill chains and everything. So basically all of them sets, like our staff, idle, or magic attack, it's both of them are the same, whether staff or dual wielding, but we're using a Marin staff and Enki strap. And then for the, for dual wielding, it's going to be using just the same stuff with a Bunzi rod and a Daybreak. And for the magic burst, same thing. We only swap out Mujin Band and the Agwu hat, but we keep all the Empyrean stuff on. I have to check a little more. I think I can actually swap these legs out here for Agwu's also, and have Agwu hat and legs with the Empyrean body, hands, and feet. Like our melee, all our accuracy stuff, we have it all in the description. At the Mazentis and Daybreak, we're using Mazentis and Daybreak here for our melee accuracy, just because we got 200 damage on the weapon. If we go to the Bunzi rod, it's only got the 144, 152 damage, so get better shining strike damage versus that. But just whatever accuracy stuff for that. We do our impact. It's basically our elemental skill we got on there. Just a little more accuracy on it. These are actually going to be +3, so there you go. And crepuscular cloak, I'd say in +1, but I guess that's it. I thought there was a +1 version. Guess not. Crepuscular cloak. Our movement stuff, we just equip all our regen type of stuff. Regen effect and regain effect. Movement boosts. Okay, those can be changed too. And refresh on that. Impact. So our fast cast set with the cloak, so we can start casting impact, and we switch all of this to the Empyrean magic attack stuff. There's our skill chains. We're able to do. Obviously, there's like way more, right? We could have different more magic debuffing type of break setups. Some like for AoE and gravity, and but we're not using that right now. But there's a different like skill chains and how we would use them. I guess we could go fight something, but Alright, so we're in Babiki Bay, and we'll just see how these macros are as we fight something. So we'll just start off with our like pre-fight type of stuff, right? We're gonna have sublimation, get that going, right? Oh, we're on the wrong set. Hold on here. I want to make sure we're on our dual-wield set, so we'd go sublimation and make sure we're equipping that. Started off with having a re-raise up, because you never know. Should always have it up. And depending on what we're doing, we may want to have light arts, add our regens and stuff. But we're just gonna get some truss out. I guess we could have this version. Why not? We'll just call some truss. Basically, if we're XPing, we want like maybe a little magic boost or something. All right, so we're battle these rabbits, and could pre-buff all that, but we're just like look at the fire set, right? So we're gonna make sure we have like Aqua Veil up to begin with. Could eat magic accuracy food. We'll just see how it goes here with the physical accuracy, see if it helps here. So you'd want to have our firestorm. I don't think we did that macro, right? Let it cast and look at it. And all our storm spells, right? We're just same thing. Firestorm, we wait 5, climb a form, and switch right back on to our idle or magic attack set. And again, try to put that in. Let us know how many stratagems. You can do recast stratagems. It'll just like an echo, or have it say it in a party. That'd be that one. And got our Aqua Veil up. All right, so we're just gonna start off. Say we could just do a regular Pyro Helix, or the Enlightenment. Say we're fighting like a tough NM or something. We'll just make sure we're gonna attack right away, but they may all come. But say we're for the sortie basement bosses or something, we'll make sure we get this guy. So go light. Oh, we're not. Hold on. Don't cast. See, we don't even know what we're doing. Want to make sure we have dark arts active, and we'll be able to actually use this stuff. Our enlightenment's not ready because you used it for re-raise, but get a little bit of boost from the ebullience. That way we don't have to magic burst the helix, right? Then we could be just fighting, casting our fire spells. It's going to cast, immediately go into a fire 2, and we can just sit there and just chain cast that stuff for cheap MP, doing damage non-stop. Fire 3 right to fire 2. If you've got enough MP, I can throw in a fire 4 or something. But basically we'll probably kill this guy, but we'll try it out here. So say we want to do a liquefaction, and then we'll just wait, let that cast. It'll cast the next one, and we're going to cast the fire 3 right away, and it'll be ready. Hit them with the shining strike when we can. There's our double skill chain, and if only we could do it a little quicker, we'd be able to get double magic burst there. But basically we're getting the boost from 2 skill chain, 2-step or whatever. But usually that's enough to finish off something like the Abdullah, the little ANM in sortie or something like that. Looks like we got another rare herb over here. So you just do a little shining strike damage on them. Obviously do more damage with full TP shining strike. All right, so okay, we're fighting them. We'll just put on it like a regular old helix. Actually, you want to make sure you have a firestorm up. Obviously we would do more So try it again here. It's got a little bit of a delay on it, right? All right, so this is just regular casting the Helix, you know, getting some XP or something. If you don't get to the 10,000 mark with it, like we're actually got just right at Helix, but say you got like 5,000 or something, then you could do Modus Verdus. We used to have that macro to do it automatically, but okay, we're battling them. Now we're gonna just do a skill chain. So, you know, stone and Pyro Helix 1 is not going to mess with the other one. And we start casting our magic burst here. So fire 5 and fire 4 and get them both in. They both magic burst. Big damage, right? Then we have to wait a little bit. So we just cast a fire 3 and 2 because, well, actually we could have did it. We could have did it. Fire 4 and 5 would be ready to go right back into another one. But you know, now we got a little more TP. We can try this again. That with the fire 3 for, you know, a little magic burst. And then the Shining Strike plus the skill chain damage is enough to beat them. Usually we're doing like light arts or something, or Lumino Aurora Storm, whatever on the Bodilus. We end up getting like about 44,000 Shining Strike and then fusion damage from that. But Shining Strike damage and fusion damage, and then we would come in, you know, magic burst. So, you know, we're not getting the double magic burst, but we're getting, you know, using our TP and stuff. So there it is, Scholar. Some of the macros we use, obviously there's way more you can use. All right, you have different cure potency stuff. We got to get some more cure potency and see if that works out on battling the sea boss in Sortie, because we're able to take him to right just about dead, but then he, you know, we're at the 3-minute mark, and he set the stage with us hitting the floor, and we actually re-raised, casted like a Helix on him or something. He got us immediately again with setting the stage like right away, and he ended up dying from a Helix, but we didn't have him claimed, so we'll have to get some a little more cure potency, see if that helps out on the cure nukes. But level up, we are master level, what? We're up to master level 18 on Scholar. See you in the next Final Fantasy 11 video.